Do I start it like this? No, it's too long. No. Hi, I'm Taylor.
And I'm Nicole.
This is the Glitter and Catler podcast.
In this episode, we talk about what we are grateful for, among a lot of other things. And if you enjoy this, which we hope you do, please like, subscribe. And if you want access early, you can get a membership if you join on YouTube or on glitterandcatlitter.com. We really hope you enjoy this, and we are very grateful that you are here.
Glitter and Catlitter.
Glitter and Catlitter.
So I'm in pajamas today.
Yep, as we're going into it like that.
Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay?
Sure thing. Yeah, great.
So I'm in pajamas today because I was comfy and I didn't want to put on other clothes.
I was in clothes, and then workout clothes, and then these clothes, and then back to workout clothes.
I'm
And
going to go
then-
into workout clothes and then back to these clothes.
And then I'm going to go into something that I can get dirty, but looks kind of nice because you're going to film it.
Uh-huh.
And then I got to change out of the dirty things into something that I'm more
Clean.
interested in, that's clean, that I'm okay with being on camera.
I might have to put on different pants.
What is today and then tomorrow? Oh, I'll just keep my hat on all day. I've only had the hat on since we started this.
What?
But,
Oh, for tomorrow you want to wear a hat?
oh, I'm not going to wear it for a little bit.
Oh, for tomorrow you should wear that hat.
Duh.
Oh, I get it.
We're going to a Ducks game tomorrow. Yep, we're going to see the Duckos play.
We talked about the Ducks last episode.
Shows how much I'm a Ducks
So
fan.
this is going to be a through line.
Hold on. They are playing the Canadiens.
What?
That is what the team is called. I don't actually know anything about
That's a
this
team?
Is it the Montreal Canadiens?
Are the Canucks something?
Yeah. We can't
Are
say,
they
we
from
can't
Canada?
Say, yes, they are from, I think, Vancouver.
Okay.
Let me see. Hold on. Canadiens. Montreal Canadiens.
That's a silly name.
It's spelled Canad, I-E-N-S.
I-E-N-S.
Yeah, Canadians, not Canadians. That's why I say it Canadians.
This is very confusing.
Yeah, the Canucks are. Oh no, spelled it wrong.
oh, no.
Canucks. Yeah, the Vancouver Canucks. They're in obviously Vancouver.
We are going to have a very Southern California day tomorrow.
She says it's a Southern California day. I don't qualify it that Southern California-y.
Why?
But it's just like, look, Southern California, to have a Southern California day, I think it's going to be sunny. It's going to be warm. You're going to go to the beach in the morning and surf. In the afternoon, you're going to go up to the mountains and probably ski or see the outdoorsy stuff. And then on the way home, you're going to see sunset in the desert. And then you're going to be so tired you don't wake up for 3 days.
I could do that, but that's not my preferred Southern California day.
Right, but that's what, when you say like Southern California Day, I don't initially go into like, we're going to Disneyland and a Ducks game. It would be way more like baseball.
Well, if the Angels would make it, it could be all three, but they don't.
I'm not about to make this a sports podcast, but my stepfather has sent me so many things that the Angles, no,
Oh my goodness.
sorry, let me correct. The Dodgers want to trade for Trout, which makes me want to die.
You
And
are
then they're
the
gonna
most
buy, and then they're
dramatic
gonna
person.
buy Ohtani.
Who would they be trading?
I don't know, and I don't like anyone.
Who would they trade?
I don't know. Probably farm system people, but I don't like Trout. I don't like Mike Trout. I don't like him.
We should have talked about this on the sports one.
Yeah, he's a good baseball player, but I don't like him. I don't like him.
Okay.
Why? Okay.
So-
Look. You could, okay, hold on. He's a great baseball player. I've heard he's a really great guy. I don't like that he's on a team that is so bad They're so bad. And he's just there.
I
just-
don't like that, and I think Taylor also doesn't like that. He seems like he doesn't care because he's sure you can't necessarily prevent your injuries, but the guy just never plays.
Yeah, I feel like he's always a little bit injured. He's always a little bit not playing. And then when he plays, he either does okay or he hits a home run.
Yeah.
But it's never like the most consistent, spectacular thing on the whole planet.
Yeah.
He's a great baseball player. He's been an MVP. He got all this stuff, except for the part where he's on a team that matters.
A lot of people don't care about sports, probably, and we're just annoying them right now.
I think you are putting that on people.
You're right.
You said that the perfect Southern California day is what you're doing tomorrow.
For me, I'm very excited.
Which
about
is, you didn't even elaborate because I said I don't think it's what you would qualify as a California day.
it. You just said we're going to Disneyland and the Ducks game.
Okay.
You elaborated for me.
Okay.
If we had baseball, that would be very fun too, but we don't.
We haven't done baseball and Disneyland in one day. That sounds exhausting.
We should, though, if we ever go to an Angel game. We should.
Oh, that's probably why we don't. Because
Yeah.
we have to drive
like
down.
Dodgers
LA.
and Disneyland. That would be a lot.
Rhymes.
No, it doesn't.
They both start with D. It's kind of the same thing.
Okay, so I would love tomorrow to wake up to the house decorated
Christmas.
for the holiday.
And in the morning, Christmas.
I said last night, Taylor was laying face down and I was massaging his shoulders because he's tense. And
Like camping.
like camping. And I said, what did I say? In the morning, I want to do Christmas. And he goes, in the morning, Christmas.
But there's one level more to that that's not being explained, I don't think that well, which is my face is buried in the pillow.
He's face down.
I'm face down in the pillow. And so it really is just like in the morning, Christmas. And I'm just like, what?
And that would make me really happy to, in the morning, Christmas. I wanted you so badly to turn on a Christmas record this morning. You didn't. It's not even
Look,
necessarily time, but I want it so bad.
I used all of my self-control not to play Off-Worlder by wow.
Waking up to
By
that
Silent Planet. The whole just
on repeat.
I can't get it out of my head.
And I can't get out Ain't No Mountain High enough.
Dude, that song is so good. But
You're like me with food. You get very obsessed with something.
I gotta hear it until I can't hear it anymore. Just for a minute, and then I'll leave it for a little bit, and I'll come back.
It's been 2 days. That's not a minute.
Well, it's
What are you doing
it's
with
the
your
whole album.
face?
My eyes are itchy.
I like when
Sorry.
you do that because your
I know.
your glasses go so much further out, and
I
it's
know.
like your eyes are so close to me, but they're not.
Oh, does it magnify when I pull them off?
No, not quite. I think it's
No?
just like, no, I think it's smaller.
Well, so there you have it.
You may have noticed we don't have for YouTube viewers, we don't have our
For all you audio listeners, you may have noticed that we don't have our iPads on the
we don't have our
table.
iPads on the table because for our 20th episode, we decided no notes.
Yeah, happy 20th episode.
We didn't prep.
I read a thing on the internet the other day that you're not a successful podcast until you've recorded and released your 21st episode. So technically, we are an unsuccessful podcast
Wait, really?
until next one.
Who said that?
I don't know, some guy on the internet. I don't even know if he's worth follow.
That's
Like
really
I don't
funny.
follow. I don't think I follow him. I don't know any. It just was a suggested post, and I read it, and I was like, "Huh, that's interesting."
That should be the title of our 21st podcast. A successful podcast.
A successful podcast with
Episode 21. A successful podcast.
a successful glittering cat litter podcast.
Ah, there we go.
No, I think the math was like that most podcasts don't make it beyond the 20th episode. So once you've like recorded and released the
Oh.
21st, then it's technically like you've made it.
That's
it's
interesting. Do you think we'll make it?
no.
That's awkward then.
I was just gonna say that like it's not. Look, if you're recording a podcast and you don't like to talk, you should not be doing a podcast.
That is true.
So it's kind of not like, it's not that hard.
I didn't love to talk when we started.
The podcast or started recording all your videos?
Both.
I guess I knew that. But like,
Now I enjoy it. I enjoyed speaking.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, great. I don't,
Taylor likes to talk.
that's a probably not as common of a fact from me
It's an understatement.
that I like to talk.
Mm-hmm. Taylor doesn't shut up.
Easy now, okay? Sheesh. All right, I'm feeling attacked. Is it warm in here? Or is it just
It
you?
actually is warm in here. The lights are warm. I'm sweating a little bit in my PJs.
Well, it's your fault for wearing pajamas.
But they're so cozy.
That's the problem. They can't be cozy.
Yeah, they can. They should be.
Well,
And they're your favorite color.
I meant you wearing them on this shouldn't have been. You know better.
I have red ones and I have green ones.
You know, it would have been funny.
What?
It would have been interesting. It would have been fun if we had recorded this episode yesterday and the next episode today, and then it would have been recorded the 20th episode on the 20th and the 21st episode on the 21st. You know, really missed a behind the scenes-er on that one.
Dang.
Oh, well.
We can record. No, we can't.
No, we can't. No.
We can't.
We're leaving this one.
Yeah. I wasn't saying for this one. I was going to say, we should like double down and do like the 21st on the 21st, 22nd on the 22nd, 23rd. We can't do that. There's too many holidays. What?
Did you think it broke? Did you think I broke? I don't know.
Did you think I broke?
Do you think I broke?
Taylor, you're going to get fired.
Who let me on here without writing notes? You?
Yes,
Oh,
me.
God. This is what happens.
I never look at my notes, so I was like,
Yeah, but you at least
not
have
gonna-
thought about it.
I thought about it.
infused. Like
I thought about
tea.
it. We want to talk about what we are grateful for and why we are grateful for it.
Yeah,
Right?
for a 20th episode.
Yeah.
Look at that. We are no longer, the podcast is an adult.
You know what I realized?
What?
Someone asked us how long we've been married, and I said almost 6 years. And then I said, oh my goodness.
You're wrong.
Why?
Isn't it 7? No, math. I'm wrong.
I really second guessed myself. I said our anniversary
17.
wrong last night at dinner. They asked when our anniversary was.
Well, which one?
The one in April.
Okay, what date is it?
I don't know. I said the 14th, and it's
Nope.
not. It's the 15th,
Sure
isn't
not.
it?
Yes.
Why are we the
It's
worst?
technically- I think it's technically the 17th because we ran into each other on
the
the
5th.
Math is hard. It's words today,
Is it?
man. It's the 15th. And then I rebranded to Who's Taylor on the 16th. And then we hung out for the first time on the 17th.
I'm going to go with.
And then we got engaged on May 20th. And then we got married on December 13th. And then
That
we
one
had
I
our
knew.
party in March.
Yeah, I don't know that date.
I don't know that date either.
Yeah, the girls were shocked that I didn't know
Shooketh.
our anniversary. And I said, I don't know.
Somebody asked me at the Friendsgiving the other day, like, oh, how long have you guys been married? I go,
Wait, you didn't even let me get to my story.
Oh, sorry.
So I said, we would be in first grade.
Yeah, we're
And I
out of
was like,
kindergarten.
oh my gosh, we're old.
We're all grown up. We're
We
out of
are.
kindergarten. We now have a number to it.
We've probably lost some teeth.
We could do our ABCs.
And
We
our
could
1, 2,
form-
3s.
We could form sentences.
Yeah.
What math do you do in first grade?
I was pretty
What do you do
smart.
in first grade? What's in first grade?
You read.
Should call Scarlett. She would know.
She's well out of first grade.
She's closer than we are.
First grade, I got in trouble the first day of school.
That's a lot of firsts.
She used me as an example of what not to do.
What did you do?
I was talking when I wasn't supposed to be. Look at me now.
Yeah, someone who didn't like to talk. Now you're talking up a storm.
Yeah, I got in trouble. And then, do you remember, like, did you have to pull cards when you got in trouble?
I went to a private school from
Yeah, but was that
first
not a
to
way they did things?
5th grade. No.
It's basically like 3 strikes, you're out type of thing.
Look, when you're being paid to teach children, I don't think you 3 strikes you're out unless you do something illegal.
Well, when people pay me to teach children,
It's not the same.
I was going to
It's not the
say,
same.
I
don't know
do
what
3
you're doing.
strikes, you're out. But
Yeah, no, that's not going the same way. I mean,
don't.
dude, I had like a French class every day, or like all the time. It was like twice a week or something.
you
I
went
had
to a French school.
in the morning. No, not at all.
What's your best time to learn a language for you? When are you best?
When I was younger.
No.
What do you mean? Like time of day?
Yeah.
It varies.
Yeah?
I don't know. Not nighttime.
For me, it's nighttime.
Nighttime, I'm a little bit dumb.
I'm like quick.
I am not ready for it at night.
I'm not good in the morning.
Well, I guess it depends on the day though. Because like if we're talking middle of a couple days ago when I was like staring at the computer building the website all day long, I was useless after like it's not going to sound that bad. It's after like 11 like
PM.
Yeah, PM, like pretty late, but
Taylor and
Nice.
I have realized that we work too much.
hello. We are workaholics.
I am grateful for our ability to work so much, but
Workaholic and anonymous.
we're gonna try to fix that. Did you ever watch Workaholics?
No, I thought it was sort of funny, but then also like
It's not your humor.
It's not my humor.
No.
I have not done weed, so I cannot speak. I say that stupid. I don't relate to a lot of that humor as well as I could potentially.
I don't know if we've ever talked about that. Taylor and I do not do drugs.
Stay in school, kids.
Don't do drugs. But like that is kind of a shocking. That shouldn't be shocking, but that is kind of a shocking thing that we do not. We don't smoke weed. We don't smoke. We don't do any.
If we want, if you want to be real edgy with it and consider anything, I'd say caffeine.
I do drink a lot of coffee.
I don't even drink that much coffee, honestly. I think a lot of people think I drink a lot more coffee than I do.
I think I drink a lot of coffee.
2 to 3 double espressos a day.
And I have 1 to 2 pour overs, which one
You
is
drink
fine.
more. You drink a lot more caffeine than I do, actually.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting.
I didn't used to,
Nope. But I could. Here's another fun fact. I mean, I don't know why we're going to this, but like,
why not? No notes.
I drink things quickly.
Yeah, you would be a wreck if you liked pour overs.
Do you wonder why I don't like pour overs?
No, I'm grateful that you don't.
This
Because
is why I don't like pour
you
overs.
after an espresso is like, and I just stare at you and go,
Yeah, my brain gets going.
He goes.
An espresso is a good pick me up. Although
Quick.
the last time somebody bought me they were doing like a Starbucks run and they bought me a pumpkin cream cold brew. That's one of my go-tos at Starbucks. Kind of getting burnt out on them though. I've had a lot of them this season, so
I've had 2.
kind of over it. Well, just the pumpkin in general, I think
Yeah.
I'm kind of over it. I've had a lot in the past few
You've
months.
had more than me.
I've had a few a week. But they gave it to me, and within 10 minutes mine was gone, and there was like three of us that got drinks, and
You
it
just
was
went
and
on
it
to
was,
the next one.
I wish that would have been fun. That would have been a good day. No, they were all the ice drinks. So it was clear cups, and everyone else was about this full. And if you're listening, Nicole's coffee cup is like 2/3 full, and mine was in the trash can, like gone. There was nothing left. I had licked the cream off the lid. Like it
That's
was
the best
It was
part.
literally an empty cold brew cup, and people were like, "Oh, you weren't joking. You drink fast." I'm like, dude, I don't. It's just I can't hang on to stuff. I don't want to hang on to it.
But you really don't even drink that fast. Like there are people who drink really fast.
Well, I don't like pound it, but like if I have like a tall or a grande Starbucks, right? So like a 12 or 16 ounce drink, it's typically gone in like 10 to 15 minutes. Like 15 minutes is almost pushing it.
I'm a 2 reheater. I know.
I
I
am-
drink very slow and then I have to reheat it about halfway. And then if I don't pay attention to it, I have to reheat it again.
I don't like it. I don't
like it either,
I
but
don't like that.
it's better than cold coffee. Unless I put ice in it and just like made it a thing.
Yeah.
That
You
might be
like
a good
this?
idea.
Does this one taste better than the previous one?
Yes.
Yeah. That El Salvador was a little sleeper of a burnt guy.
Yeah, I didn't like
I
that.
didn't like it either. You know, we buy lots of coffee, and we usually try to buy variety. We don't really buy the same things. I mean, we do buy the same coffee from the same coffee company, Bodhi Leaf,
but different origins.
But yeah, different origins. So like we bought in El Salvador that the tasting notes sounded fun, but the tasting notes were a lot darker when we brewed it than I
now we know
expected. We've had some El Salvadors that are great and that are very light, and so I don't know if it's just that specific process. I didn't read what process it was. I don't think it was natural, which I think might be part of it.
I thought I messed it up, which I did mess it up.
You messed it up real bad.
I forgot about it.
But I had it over espresso, and I was like, whoa, this is aggressive. I was not ready for this. I read the tasting notes. It was like caramel, and I'm like, I mean, if I left caramel on the stove too long, maybe.
Maybe. Do we have
a bake-off?
Do we?
It's
no, we
later
caught
in the week.
I love Bake Off so much.
Reminds me of the holidays.
Guess what?
What?
It is the holidays.
It's also 80 degrees outside right now, so welcome to Southern California if you're here. Grateful for that.
The movie The Holiday, I think we've talked about this before.
Talks about the Santa Anas. The Santa Anas.
They're here. And I just think of
Jack
that
Black?
movie. Yeah. Every time it's like a gust of wind hits me, I'm like, Jack Black.
Nacho Libre, man. Nacho Libre does some really weird roles that are a lot more normal, and I don't like it.
What do you mean?
I mean, if Jack Black was just Nacho Libre, but he plays whoever the guy is in the holiday. It's a weird role for Nacho.
That's more him, I think.
No, of course it is.
No, of course. Who knows? I don't know.
I think he's just wild.
You think so?
I mean,
I
from
think he's
everything on
normal.
the internet, he seems pretty wild.
Is he a dad?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's
He's a
just
multiple dad. He has multiple kids.
I think he's just a normal dad. I actually think
Maybe.
he'd be quiet in real life.
I don't know. I don't believe that because every video of him when he's out with anybody and somebody meets him and like they love a song or something that he's done, he like literally belts it. Just full
Really?
sends it. Yeah, like if you want him to sing the Encarnacion song and you know the words too, that you'd be like, Can we sing it? And he'll be like, okay, yeah, hold on. And then he like remembers the words real quick and he'll sing it with you.
Oh my
like
goodness.
full sing it. Like it's all over the internet though.
See, celebrities are strange because like Kevin Hart, completely normal. Nice, normal guy. And then he the camera comes on and he delivers exactly what they need him to deliver, whatever character. And then normal. And that's so fascinating to me.
I mean, you do the exact same thing when you put the camera out there to record your
Yeah, but I'm not
skating stuff.
a character. I'm me.
Times 10.
No,
Okay,
times
times 5.
1.5.
Times 3.5.
No, I
times-
don't amp it up that
times-
much.
2 and 9/8.
Although I do have to say, I looked at an old video and I was just screaming at the camera. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah. Hey! Ah!
We just launched a new course and it's been crazy and hectic. And these podcasts, the most recent ones, have been to date. Like you're seeing this pretty much right after we recorded it because it's been just so busy in between and we haven't had time to do a few. So it's like it all just feels very strange, but very in the moment and feels good. But this whole past 2 weeks, which seems insane that we fit that much into 2 weeks, but I've been so grateful for how it's all worked out, even the tense moments in the middle. I've been very grateful that we've been able to do all of this and still function as humans and work together and not get too overwhelmed or sick or anything like that. It's been really good.
Well, I don't know maybe we just turn off the too overwhelmed to censor and say, well, we're too far to not be overwhelmed.
No, you've done that in the past.
Just quit?
You've wanted to.
Why'd you yell wanted into my...
Did I?
Yeah, you screamed wanted.
You haven't. I gave you the option.
To quit?
Yeah. Because you were telling me how overwhelmed you were at one point. And I said, okay, I can do it.
And I said, oh, yeah, sure, okay.
I think that's why you've never quit. Because I go, okay, that's fine.
And I go, there's no chance
And you
you're
go,
going to do
you
it.
can't do this on your own. And I can figure it out. Don't worry about me.
What am I going to do? Sit on the
Go
couch?
sit. Go lay down.
Go.
I got
go,
this.
Go take a time out. Go.
And then he goes like, I can't do that. And then he continues helping me. I think if I was like, no, don't, you'd be like, okay, I'm done.
100%. That's not what I would do.
I don't know. Maybe I'll try it and see what happens.
No.
And then you'll
No.
go and you'll leave me alone.
I'm positive I wouldn't because I can't. I'm not going to quit in the middle of it.
No,
I can't.
you're not a
Can't
quitter.
stop, won't stop.
I'm not a
I
quitter.
forgot to look up if that is a.
Oh yeah,
I think it is.
having your phone there is actually quite helpful. But
I
like,
have an iPad there that I can use sometimes.
yeah, but you're not as quick to like,
Yeah, because
typing
'cause
on
I
that's
look-
annoying.
I look super distracted.
and you don't right now.
No, I'm not. I'm not distracted at all. All the podcast listeners have no idea what's going on.
You're just silent. So should I sit in silence
I
too?
just said words. What do you mean? I didn't.
Taylor, what's your favorite color?
Green.
If you notice, Taylor is wearing.
It is.
It
Can't
is?
stop, won't stop the main.
Nice. Don't play it.
I knew.
I want you to, but don't.
I knew.
Taylor is wearing a green hat.
Mhm.
He has green in his shirt.
Mm.
He has green in his shorts, I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure.
Oh, yeah.
What color underwear are you
White.
wearing? Ah, man.
I don't really have any green
Yeah,
undies.
you do. You have the Christmassy ones. I like those ones.
What is the shape is like a thistle. Or no, not a thistle.
It's a
What is that leaf?
like
Holly.
holly.
There it is. Yeah.
This is gonna sound really weird, but I fold Taylor's underwear. I don't fold it. I roll his underwear so that they fit in his drawer. And I always try to put those on top because I like those ones. I tried to order them so that you wear the ones I like.
I mean, you could always just, well, yeah, I guess it would be
I've never
weirder for
told
to
you
say.
that.
I mean, it literally, there has been a few times where I'm like, why are the same four on top?
Because I like those ones. And
Well-
it's not even that like, oh yeah, your butt looks good in that underwear. It's nothing like that. I just like that fabric. I like those ones. They're cute.
And you also, there should be some clarification that like, I'm not walking around in my underwear very often.
No, we talked about this actually the other night with our friends. Our friend brought up that Arrested Development, what's his name? I can't think of his character's name. He's a never-nude.
Oh, yeah.
And I
jean
said, oh
shorts.
my gosh, Taylor's a never-nude. Because Taylor really, like, he gets dressed in the morning, like, which that doesn't sound unusual, but like I don't. I'm someone who would rather be in like a big t-shirt or like my pajamas.
But that's, I mean, technically that's
half
dressed.
the day.
That's dressed. But I get,
Sure.
But the difference is you get like just comfy, I'm in the house dressed. I can leave.
I don't want to leave.
Or, I didn't say I wanted to. I said I can leave.
So he gets up and gets dressed like for the day. And it's always seemed weird to me, but like, I don't care. So I was like, oh, that's what Taylor is. He's a never nude because he's not the same as that character in Arrested Development, but he's like always in clothing.
Yeah, I like. I very much so like clothing on me. I don't like not having
don't.
clothing.
I don't.
I'm not about it.
I would wear no pants every day if I could.
I mean, you do most of the time.
Yeah, but I wear pants when I go out usually.
That's valid. But yeah, I was listening to, I guess it was a podcast.
And I'm not like buns out. I'm just saying like a big
No,
t-shirt.
yeah, you're in like the equivalent of a dress.
Yeah.
But with my old shirts that don't fit me anymore.
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast of someone complaining about a dude who got in shape and he doesn't wear a shirt often.
I would not wear a shirt.
And he like, technically he's in like the same shape that I'm in, which
You're in good shape.
which is interesting because that's I guess.
Is it Caleb?
Yeah. And he like never wears a shirt and people complain about him not wearing a shirt. And then one guy, the guy who was like the host of the podcast was like, responded to the person, was like, dude, if you went from never being skinny ever to working so hard on your body that now you always have like more or less abs out and you're like in good shape, you would never have a shirt on either. And I went, not false. I will gladly have a shirt on. Like I don't need my stomach out.
I think if it was acceptable, yeah, I mean, I wear crop tops a lot. I would say if it was acceptable, like to not have a shirt on, I don't think I would wear a shirt on.
It is
that
literally,
made no
it's
sense.
never been more acceptable for you to not have a shirt on.
Yeah, but like I want my top covered, you know?
I'm not saying, like, you can wear a sports bra in public and
Oh,
people are
sure.
totally cool with it.
Sure.
So,
Yes,
like,
this
it
is
is, you can wear sports bra, like, pants, yoga pants, whatever, or athletic pants, stretch pants.
I
Shorts.
was talking about this with some friends the other day, and someone had messaged me insulting me. It was a longer conversation, but insulted me and said that I shake my assets online.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I understand that she was meaning that as an insult, but I was like, yeah.
There's a reason it's called an asset.
I was like, thank you. But then I was like, I don't actually feel like I'm that like risque. I don't think I'm risque at all on the internet, but obviously everyone has like different clarification for that, like different thoughts and views on that.
Well, I also think that one is very interesting because that conversation, like that was in the conversation, was a very left field place to go with it. I feel like
that was like a hidden resentment that was coming out.
Yeah, that was and the funniest is like the most you did that was like 2019.
Yeah.
Which is like that's 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So you haven't been caught up with what you're
I was like mid-20s.
Yeah. And
not
so,
that
like,
age has anything to do with it, because I'm sure I'll revert back to that when I'm like 60.
Sure. But like but it's very interesting that like that's the hidden resentment that came out, or the resentment that came out, and it's like you're also 5 years too late for it. Like you're way not with me on it.
Also, like, who cares?
Yeah. True.
What other people do with themselves
and
on the internet or in life.
In an age of OnlyFans and all of that being like so popular, and it's like you're qualifying that as the bad thing.
Yeah.
Like you don't even.
I don't know. It's so strange. The world is so strange. What a time to be alive. Because there's so many things that you can do, and like ways that you can present yourself, and ways that you can do things that people will judge all the time, no matter what.
That's true. That's very true.
It's fascinating.
I'm grateful that I don't care that much anymore.
Yeah, me too. I am too.
I guess I still care somewhat, but like not that much.
I'm going back to this. I'm more grateful than ever that we work together. Because I don't know why. I feel like I go through life and I'm just kind of like floating. Like there's so many things going through my mind and things that I'm doing and focusing on, and it all has to happen so quick and it never ends. It's just like one thing after another has to get done, and it's so fast paced, and but at the same time I care about each thing so much that it's like I'm so laser focused on it. And then I look up and I'm like, this is going to sound so terrible. And I'm like, oh, you're here too. Like
to me?
Yeah. And then I'm like, oh, why didn't I ask him for help? Like he could have helped me with this.
Yeah. I mean.
And we actually worked together on this last one, which was very nice.
And I think it worked pretty good.
I think so too.
I think it was okay. I mean, like, I don't think there was any room for improvement on my side because I'm just absolutely perfect. So, you know.
Actually, there is. Taylor messed up.
Here we go.
He goes, you didn't put that in the note. And I said, actually, I did.
In which one?
One of my edits.
Oh, and I missed it?
Yeah.
I saw it and I was like, this is weird. It seems like it's part of it. And I guess I breezed by it. And I just like.
Usually if you go, this is weird. Yeah, okay, let's just edit it and put it out to everyone. No, that's not what you do.
You exported it.
I did.
Then
I fixed it.
You were the last line of defense. You said you were supposed to, after it was uploaded.
Yeah, I know.
Used our storage.
Are you flexing your forearm right now?
I wasn't intentionally, and then I did.
Imagine if I was just like.
I did it. It itched, and then I flexed it, and it stopped itching, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I was like, "Oh, weird." I was like, "There's an indent."
Your forearm has gotten really big, actually. Now that I'm looking at it, your biceps are getting big too, but I think your forearm is larger than your bicep.
Well, if we're going there, so
Not from that angle.
Sorry for the it. When you look at it on that screen, we have a screen over here. When you look at it on that screen, it's smaller. It doesn't look right. But if you look at it on the actual video, so the lens is at 24. Tech Talks with Taylor again. Here we go. The lens is at 24, so the distortion point is like right here on the camera. So from here to about where your microphone is, there's no distortion. So my hands are the same size.
So our faces are distorted?
Not necessarily. So here's where you really get it. Look at my right arm. That's this arm. Now look at my left arm. Look at how tiny it looks and look at how big it looks. And if I put my hand over here, look at how giant my hand looks. Obviously, it's closer to the camera. Okay, so I put it right here. Look at how tiny my hand looks here. But then if I go to the middle,
oh my gosh,
look at how much more even it is. See? Also, mind you, my hand is like...
We look so silly right now.
I mean, of course, but you're listening to the podcast. So look at, that's not very far. It's like a foot apart, right? So
Not even.
That's a foot.
That's like 9 inches.
That's a foot. Easy. So
A
much
foot
for
is
talking
12
about being
inches,
grateful.
sir.
This is a whole podcast. We haven't even talked about being grateful yet.
Yeah, we have a little bit. I'm grateful that you know how to set up a camera because this could have gone real bad.
Yeah, that's true. No, the flexing thing. Yes, I agree that my arm is bigger. But not frustratingly. It was tense today. When I was drumming, it was really tight. I couldn't get it to work appropriately.
Taylor used to get so mad when he was drumming.
And I couldn't do it. It's because my head... You ever do something... This is to everybody, but you ever do something that you like think way beyond your skill level and you can hear and you understand what it is, whatever it might be. I'm trying to be vague so that you can picture it yourself. And then you go do the thing and you are like... You couldn't even dream of doing it physically, but you can, but you can't.
This is me with jumping on skates.
Okay, there you go. That's me with drums.
Okay.
Less now. So drums is it's kind of like, I mean, maybe one day it won't be this way, but I guess it's kind of like, I hate relating it to working out, but it's kind of the same thing where it's like you're chasing the intangible, which
it's anything.
Well, not anything. You can tangibly buy an iPhone. You can be like, I need it, and go buy it.
Okay, sorry. It's a activity. You're learning an activity later in life.
Well, I mean, I've known the activity most of my life.
You're now focusing on progressing the activity later in life. And there are going to be things that you can't do.
But that's unrelated to this, really, because one, I'm in more physical, I'm in better athletic shape than I've ever been in.
Yeah.
I can actually do more than I've ever been able to do. And where you're going with it wasn't where I was going with it.
Okay.
It's more
go with it, and then I'll turn.
So I have like a playlist of songs, right?
Yeah.
And originally that playlist of songs was very short because there were very few songs that I was physically able to play because I could understand them all, but I could not process how to actually get my limbs to do the things to play the drums.
Right.
Right. And then very slowly, over a lot of years, it started to expand and the songs started to get harder. And I really love metal music. If you didn't already know that, I feel like you probably should know that by being on here. Anyway, if you didn't, I love metal music, and the drums are very difficult in a lot of the songs that I really enjoy. And I've always gravitated to the songs that are more difficult to play on drums. And so I'm finally starting to be able to play some of the ones that have always been my favorite for over a decade, some of my favorite songs. And I'm finally being able to play them. And it's really crazy to be able to do it. But originally playing, I was like, I don't think I'll ever be able to play those songs. There's no way. And then now I can play half of the songs that I was like, there's no way I'll ever be able to do this.
Yeah.
And then but it keeps expanding and I keep finding the harder and harder songs that I've liked forever that I can't play yet. Yeah. And then it's still totally impossible to play because the drummers that wrote these things are just leaps and bounds better than I am. But then maybe also in certain things they're not. But also I know most of them. Not personally. I know their background and they are leaps and bounds better than me. But it's like working out where like you could be like, oh, I want to be just a tiny bit stronger, or I want to be a lot stronger, or I want to
Yeah.
look like I want to have a little more muscle tone or be a little bit leaner. And you just kind of, by the time you get to that goal, you've forgotten that where you were from starting. So you're like, well,
You
I just
want
want a
more.
little bit more. And I just want a little bit.
Yeah.
And so it's never gonna, that's what I'm saying. It's like the drums, it's like, if I look back at a few years ago, right?
I almost
Then-
knocked my whole microphone
Mhm.
over.
If I look at a few years ago, it's like drastic, like night and day better at drums. Like I can
Yeah.
do so much more, and it's crazy. And all it is just playing harder songs and being pissed off that I can't figure it out and play it, but just play through it and just figure out how I can play it, but try to play it the right way or their way later.
Do you think that along with getting physically stronger and more able, you've also kind of started ignoring the voice in your head that says you can't do it?
Nope.
You still think you can't do it?
Like play some of the songs?
Yeah.
Oh, I can listen to like literally the song that I was doing today that you put on your story.
Yeah.
That song, I listened to it and I was like, ain't no way. And then I was listening to it and I'm like, the part that I liked the most, there might be a way. I was like, the rest of it, truly, my limbs are not independent, so I can't actually do it.
I was talking about jumping on skates, kind of the same as what you're explaining, where like obviously like I know exactly what you need to do. I know exactly what the body needs to do. And I think I've watched people so much and I've taught people and worked with people so much, been around people who do like doubles and triples and like really big clean jumps. And I've studied their technique so much that I'm like in my dreams, I can picture my body doing it exactly. Like I know exactly what to do. And then I go to like reach for my toe stop to do a jump and it's like, nope. Like my body will not, it can't. But then like, I don't want to say it can't because it's very much like my body doesn't like it. And my head is like, no, don't do that.
That same feeling is the same thing with me being able to play the drums, except physically. Like in my head, I go, that makes sense, kinda. It's weird for me. I can't process it exactly, but I know what I need to do. And then I go to my body and my body's like, bro, not a chance in the world can we do this.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Like
oh.
I went to do something the other day at the beach and Elaine was filming me and I was like, I can't. Like I literally was like, I can't do it. And she said something like, oh, what do you always tell us though? And I go, I can do it. And then Christina was like, with a question mark? And I was like, I really don't think I can though. Like, honestly, I don't think I can. And then I kind of did it. And she was like, see? And I was like, well, yeah, but. And then I was like, there's a difference between not being able to do it and not being able to do it as well as I want to do it, which in my mind is like, oh, I can't do it. I don't know. It was weird. It was a student teacher flip for a moment, and I was like, "Whoa!"
You are in the position with skating that is like too athletic,
yeah,
too capable. It's like, you know, when you're at that competitive level where you're like, well, if I'm not going to be great at it, I'm not even going to bother.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that.
yeah. But
Or if you're around people that are competitive enough, like one of our friends was talking about this, like where their family is super competitive and they're good at stuff, but if they're not going to be great at it, they're not even going to bother doing it, and they're going to say they're not good at it, even though they're pretty good at it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like you don't want to give the perception that you might be okay at it or decent, and then it become a competition. And then you get absolutely obliterated because the other person's way better.
But like in my mind, there's completely different ways of existing in that because there's competition and then there's real life.
Yeah, but you are one of, I think, the few people that has the experience in the competition, like really, really experienced in the competition side. And for a lot of your life.
To be able to
see that it's a difference. Yeah, because like for me, I don't, like competition versus a recreational game it wouldn't matter the amount of pressure you put on it. It wouldn't feel any different, whether it was like recreational or.
Because that's what, like, I think you and other people around me are very surprised when we're like playing games or doing stuff. Like, I am not competitive, but
You are massively
I'm very
competitive when there's a
competitive.
prize. If there is a prize that
I
you're
was competitive
interested
in bingo.
if there is a prize that you are interested in, you are very competitive. You start going aggressive.
I get very focused.
Uh-huh.
And I did. I won.
She
bingo.
did win. We got a Lululemon gift card, baby.
Yeah, where'd you put that?
Secrets. It's
You took
my
it.
gift
You
card
took
now.
it from me. I got that for you. I would have gotten the other one.
Which one? Pottery Barn?
Mhm.
That's a good.
Happy
we didn't-
birthday. Although
It'll buy me a sock.
Elle got the Pottery Barn one, which is perfect.
Yeah, it's better for
It
her to
worked
have
out
got the
well.
Pottery Barn.
I think Starbucks was an option.
It was. There were 2 Starbucks, a Pottery Barn, and a Lulu.
Should I have gotten Starbucks?
No, I said you better get that Lulu.
Okay.
Enable me to
You
buy
notice
something good.
He said that I needed to get the Lulu, and why didn't you believe in yourself that you could win?
Because I saw that you had, so on the bingo card, you had 3 that were basically lined up, and I had like none.
Oh.
And I was like, you better get the Lulu gift card. I was like, get it.
And I tied with Seth, and then they said we were going to have to fight. And I was like, what? I have to fight Seth?
He is the like gentlest of
He's the
all of
nicest,
them.
but he's the biggest.
That's true.
How am I going to fight him? Spider monkey? Ha.
You literally say you could beat up Dylan, and Dylan is
Yeah,
like,
I could take Dylan, but
I'm grateful that none of them are actually going to act upon your chaotic energy of fighting them.
I actually don't know that that's true. There may come a time.
There better not be.
I really, actually, Dylan, if you're listening to this or watching this, I actually don't want to fight you. Please. I don't want to. I'll hug you instead. I don't want to fight him. Now, if I was to get into a fight at a bar or something, Dylan would be a good fighting partner. Brian would actually be a really good fighting partner.
I would be the worst.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to fight with you. Against you, yeah, I could take you. With you? No.
I don't know. I feel like I might be able to take you.
I actually know you can, so don't.
Also,
But
now I feel like I'm stronger and like my like
you did wrestling,
balance
which is not fair.
I was not good at wrestling.
No, but you can, like,
I was not
in a
good.
controlled manner, knock me to the ground, which is not.
I just have longer
If
limbs.
you were, like, actually fighting me, it would be bad.
No, I just got long limbs. I literally could just like kick you.
Anyway, back to being grateful. I'm grateful that
Scott
you
Pilgrim
haven't
you.
done that.
No, I'm not. I'm not a violent human. I don't think I
He's
would do
not.
very good at violence.
At the violence.
Not really my forte.
No, I don't know. I need to not say I'm going to fight my friends.
Yeah, you say that I'm aggressive with stuff like that. You're more aggressive than I am.
Yeah, actually.
You're like more aggressively to act on it. I'm over here just like I aggressively say something and then I take it back. What did I say the other day? It was something about the food or something, and I said something aggressive, and then I pulled it back to a different one, and then I changed it just to a totally like it went from like I'm gonna kill whoever did whatever, and then I was like I'm pretty mad
Yeah.
about whoever did whatever, and then I was like
I'm going to hug them.
yeah. They were like, what just happened? It went from like very mean to sort of mean to,
The complete
What?
opposite.
and I don't remember what it was or how I got
don't remember
there.
what that was either.
But hi.
We had a Friendsgiving with our friends, and it was the most epic Friendsgiving. The food, the spread. Did you just spill on yourself?
I don't know. I think maybe.
The food situation was so good.
Yeah, if you follow me on Instagram, I'll have posted it by now. But I took a little video and nobody even noticed. It's so good.
You took a video?
Yeah, I'm a videographer
Taylor's
sometimes.
a little vlogger now.
No. It's a little 10-second baby on Instagram.
Hey, that's fine.
It's just a cute little thing. I got some pictures too.
Wait, that's
mostly,
so cute. Did
Mostly
you
of
already-
Holland, but you know.
It's always of Holland. If only Taylor took as many photos of me as he took of Holland,
I
I would have so many
I
photos.
took like 90 photos of you last week.
That doesn't count.
Yes, it does.
No, work photos don't count. No.
It's with the same camera.
We're at the same. Okay, let's use these as an example. We're at the same party, right? Taylor and I go to this party together because we are indeed married. And our friends are there at this party. I'm right here. I am the coffee cup. Our friend Holland is right here. Taylor's phone is Taylor. He's standing right here. We're in a conversation. These two start taking photos of each other because they are obsessed with each other. And I'm standing here and I go, boop, boop, boop. I'm going to go over here.
I don't know. I don't
They
know.
love each other.
Sure.
And
yeah.
that's adorable. And you should love your friends.
I mean,
But I was like, bro, take a photo of me. I'm here smiling at you.
Here, let me do this really quick. Ready for this? There's
Oh, I
one
thought
of
you were gonna take a
Nicole.
photo.
See? One. Got Nicole. She's right there.
How many photos of Holland?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's love.
Wait, there's 2 of you.
Which one?
That one.
That doesn't count.
What? You were standing there.
Also, my face is weird in that one.
Mm-hmm. You were walking.
Was I?
Mm-hmm. I took video of you. I didn't take any video of Holland.
Was it good video?
I mean, it's fine. You made a
But-
cute face. It's fine.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
It was a very good Friendsgiving. And we have a lot of friends who don't have family close by. So it's always really special. And I am very grateful that I do have family close by. We actually have a lot of family close to us. But it does make me realize how different the holidays are for everyone, because there are a lot of people who are alone on the holidays and can't go back to their family, or their family can't come to them. And so if you are one of those people, ask some of your friends that have family close by, ask if you can go to their family for the holidays, because I'm sure that they will say yes. I was talking about this with someone, last night. I was like, why it doesn't have to be, you don't have to use the traditional customs of you have to be asked to do a thing. Don't put yourself on other people. Put yourself on the other people. If you want it to happen, ask. And if they say no, then obviously, what's the worst that can happen? They say no.
Yeah. I mean, people, I don't know. There are no rules.
No.
I think that's about it. I mean, there are only rules if somebody puts one in play.
There's laws.
Yeah, those are slightly different than rules.
But we had a friend come to Thanksgiving 2 years ago, and it was great. What are you
Garrett.
doing now?
I'm texting, literally. I'm texting Ellen Cass because I told Cass because he was sad that he couldn't go to Friendsgiving and he wanted to do it on Thanksgiving, but nobody could do it on Thanksgiving.
Oh, you told Cass?
I told Cass he could come to our family stuff.
Oh, see?
And so I'm poking it, because if he doesn't have anywhere they want to go or are going, then I'm going to make sure that they know.
Yeah.
They can come.
I
almost
mean-
slipped again.
Oh. Dylan and Adrian are, I shouldn't say our friends' plans on here. Never mind. A bunch of people want to go to a movie at night. If you want to. But I've said that our families usually go pretty late.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm going to probably count myself out of that one.
Yeah, I didn't say we would.
Mostly because what movie?
I don't remember. But I will find out. But yes, if you don't have plans for the holidays and you want to have plans, ask your friends that have family close by, because I'm sure there will be a lot of good food, maybe some good wine, and a lot of laughter and love, and maybe a little bit of fighting.
It's never a good holiday party if there isn't a little bit of drama.
And usually you just have to pour more wine and the drama will come.
Yeah, that's pretty true. I thought you were saying go away. I was like, I don't
And
think
then
that
go
solves
away.
it.
Yeah, it kind of comes and goes
I
with
mean,
it.
Ebbie and flowy.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't feel, where are we going with it? I don't feel like
What are you grateful for?
I don't
Let's
know.
pretend like it's Thanksgiving. What are you thankful for?
This is
year?
literally my absolute nightmare.
I love this moment around the table. It's so
I
sweet. I cry
hate
every
it.
time.
I hate it.
I'm not going to cry on this podcast.
I don't like it.
Why?
I don't
You don't
know.
like being put on the spot, or you're just not thankful?
Yes.
Yeah, I have a built-in answer for you.
Okay, what?
Me.
Oh.
Say you're thankful for me. See?
I could
You're
have
welcome.
used it.
Now you can't be nervous about it.
I'm grateful for,
Nicole.
yeah.
Taylor and I have a weird relationship because I feel like if he said that now going around the table, I'd be like,
Saying I'm grateful for you. Oh,
I'd be like,
it
no,
would
he's
be,
not.
yeah, she would be like, he's lying. So there's something in there that he doesn't want to say. No, I don't know. I'm grateful that we have good friends and people around us, and I'm grateful for being able to work for ourselves and stuff, and that like we get to make our rules. I'm not grateful that I also get to make my rules because then I work too much.
Mhm.
So there's that.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Maybe.
I'm grateful that, it's been I hate that. Well, I don't hate it, but I don't love that it keeps being a recurring thing. But thus is life. But I'm grateful that I decided to, be healthier and
Mhm.
like actually care,
Care.
a little bit.
We have a calendar that's funny, and it has like,
It's profane as hell.
yeah.
I can say that.
Yeah, I know, but it was just like,
Well,
the
I'm
way
not
you
gonna say all of them.
There at the bottom, it says like, start your DGAF diet.
I degaffed diet.
And so Taylor crossed out the D. So it's that you give a,
Start
Diet.
your IGAF diet.
yeah. And I thought that was funny. I didn't realize that until today. When did you cross that out?
When we flipped it, I went, nope.
Wow. It's been 20 something days.
21 days it took you
And-
to notice.
yeah.
Remember how that one time I told the story about the hairball that took 5 days? This is a
Yeah.
calendar that she crosses off a day
Yeah.
every day. You didn't even read the bottom.
Nope. Didn't. That's okay.
You're a monster.
I'm grateful that I get through life well and happy, even when I don't realize things for 21 days. I'm glad that I've survived. I'm grateful that we have been able to continue to work together and work for ourselves, even through like any life stuff, bumpy stuff that happens. We've held strong. Exactly. And I'm grateful for this podcast because it has been a really good challenge in my life to actually like sit and have long form conversations in front of a camera. Because obviously like teaching skating and talking with skating people is very different, like specifically skating. Because we have like that common thing that we all love and we can talk about. But like just sitting here and like being free to talk about whatever was very scary at first. But it's been a really good growing experience for me. And I think for you and for us together. I'm grateful for everything that I've been able to release this year and like get out of my brain and give to the public. Like the course that we just launched, I am not exaggerating when I say I have notes that date back like years of planning this course out. What would section 1 be? What would section 2 be? And I didn't until I like sat down, because I'm making a YouTube video about it, until I sat down and started thinking about that. I got like actually emotional because I was like, wow, a lot of times I don't sit down and reflect on this and like how it actually made me feel. But this one specifically hit me hard because I was like, this is something I've wanted to do for a very long time. And I finally did it. We finally did it, which is even better. And I'm glad that we're healthy. Taylor and I actually got checkups. We went and got physicals.
I almost passed out.
He did. But we're healthy, and I'm grateful for that. Because the last year around the holidays, and I know more episodes will come out around the holidays, but the holidays were especially hard for me because it was the first holidays without my dad. And it just made me realize, like, oh, health is important. We should probably, like, take care of that. So you deciding that you actually wanted to get healthy is actually a really big step in that, because overall, I very much took health for granted. And then last year I realized, oh, yeah, that's important. We should probably start focusing on that.
It's crazy what the vessel that we've moved through this world requires,
Yeah.
or how little it requires.
Also how little it requires. Because, like, I need to
We could
drink
just
water.
eat McDonald's all day.
I need to drink water for sure.
You know, I don't know what it is, but that kind of sounds nice.
We are ordering food for dinner, and that sounds scary that you just mentioned that.
No, there ain't no way I'm paying for that.
For McDonald's?
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
What do you want to eat?
Something probably pretty good.
We should decide before we go to the gym. We should go to
Okay.
the gym, and so that it's
So
here,
this year
and then
when
we
you get
can
back.
decorate for Christmas.
And in the morning, Christmas. I don't know why. Oh, I think it was because you were congested last night and you said Christmas, but from under the pillows, it sounded like you yelled Christmas. And I'm just laying there and I'm like, what?
You
And in the
sound
morning,
like-
Christmas.
You sound like an angry old man, and I like it.
I'm basically saying it in the same way that you would talk about, or that,
Donkey?
yeah.
Yeah,
And in the morning, I'm making waffles.
but Christmas.
But instead of I'm making, you just say the N words, waffles. Or you
Well,
say
no,
Christmas.
when you said it first, and then I said it in the morning, I'm making Christmas.
That's silly. You're silly. Yeah. I mean, we don't need to continue sitting here talking about things that we're grateful.
No.
This was
I'm grateful for you. I love you.
Yeah, I'm also actually grateful for you. But I don't know. I don't know that. Do we need to be more focused? How do
This is
how does
actually,
people
this is
feel?
actually a good time to ask this before our 21st episode.
Yeah,
which
before
makes
we're an
us
official
successful.
podcast. Yeah, before we're officially a successful podcast, you guys want to let us know if you like whether we're like super focused or not focused. Have we ever been focused?
A little bit.
We were a little more focused.
But
at the
then
beginning.
it feels a lot of times when we have like a topic that we want to talk about, I feel like and you can tell me if I'm wrong, audience, the feedback that I have gotten is that they don't care about the topic. They just want us to talk
Yeah.
and have conversation, which that's all that turns into anyway, usually.
Yeah, I would love to. I genuinely would love to know if it's more if you all
What
prefer
you want out of the podcast.
more guided conversation or more off the cuff, because we can do either.
I also got feedback that we are very what was the term? I'm not going to use names. We don't full out talk about what we're talking about, if it's bad or if it's negative or who said it. Like, we're very nonchalant about certain things because we're not going to like talk bad on the internet about certain people or things that happened. And I said, well, yeah, I'm not going to like,
I'm not trying to cause drama.
yeah. I'm trying to share the lessons I've learned because of it, not
Yeah, you don't need to know
share
the
what
full.
it is.
Yeah.
So if we ever seem like we're kind of dancing around something, it's because there's good reason for it.
Now I'm trying to think about times that I've done that. I mean, there's
Well, like I did
definitely a
it
few.
today we were talking about a message from someone.
Oh yeah, of
Like,
course.
I'm not going to say who the message was from.
Yeah, I mean, we're not. That is such a waste of energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I don't want to give them any good or bad publicity.
Yeah. No publicity is better publicity. Is the best publicity for negative people.
I did joke and say we were going to like talk bad about our families for a segment each episode because
Yeah,
just in case they're listening.
So families, if you're listening, you suck.
Just kidding. We love you. But Taylor, the verdict's still out on Taylor, I guess.
Depends what you give me for Thanksgiving.
For Thanksgiving.
Yeah, the food.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm making bread.
Yeah.
We put it down as an appetizer. It's definitely a dessert, but I think you should always have dessert before dinner. So it's an appetizer.
I disagree with that, but I'm going to eat that bread before dinner.
I don't
Actually,
care.
I don't even know if I'm going to eat it.
I don't care if Yeah, you are.
No, we have one here. I don't know
Yeah,
if I'm
but
gonna
it's
eat
gonna
it
be
there.
hot and fresh.
I ate half of one hot and fresh here. I don't need another one.
I do genuinely love when I can eat dessert before dinner.
Who says you can't? Wait,
You.
one thing before we go. Oh, that's true. I do say that. One thing before we go. Okay, I learned something at Disneyland the other day.
What did you learn?
That sugar plum things are real.
They have a sugar plum churro.
Okay, hold on. I need some clarification. Has anybody else that listens to this had the sugar plum churro? Because I got questions. What on earth is a sugar plum? What the heck is it supposed to taste like?
Did you not Google it?
You Googled it and you gave me an answer, and it was sugars and plums. And they're sugary enough. But a sugar plum, is it supposed to be sour?
I don't think I Googled it.
You did. We were literally walking and you told me what it was.
No, I think I tasted it and I said
No,
it does
you-
taste like a plum.
Okay. She clearly does not remember the rainy day at Disneyland the other day.
I do.
Is it supposed to be sour? What is it supposed to taste
It was
like?
tart.
It was, sure, tart, sour, whatever you want to call it. It was wild.
It was a wild
It was
time.
a wild time. I can't say I didn't like it, and I'm not dancing around not actually liking it. I don't know. I know for sure I probably wouldn't order it again.
If two things go together, it's Mr. Toad's Wild Ride and that sugar plum churro. They're both
Yeah.
a wild ride.
Fever dreams. That's exactly what those are.
Yeah.
That was kind of like,
Would you buy it again?
I just said I would not buy it again.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't listening. I was imagining Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
I don't think I would. Maybe I would buy it one more time to like really
I think
settle
you
in.
would buy it again. I do. We're going tomorrow.
No, I have not had a regular churro at Disneyland in like since summer, like mid.
You know what I'm
going
gonna
to
do? I don't know if it's still there.
Hmm.
If it's still there, I want the Rocky Road Sundae because I don't want to miss it.
Isn't it always there?
No, they had a special one,
Well, then you were long gone if it was a fall special.
but it's like a lot of calories.
Well, yeah, it's a ice cream.
Taylor told me, I don't think this was on the podcast. I think this was in life. He told me, you can buy a dessert and not eat the whole thing.
Sure can.
That kind of blew my mind because.
Because what? You don't
it's-
want to be wasteful?
Yeah, wasteful
Sure.
in general.
You want
It's
to
a
be cheap?
Waste of money. Yes. And I've never even considered that.
But is the value in your enjoyment of the thing, or is the value the whole thing?
It used to be both.
No. It's one or the other. Because
I
if
understand
you buy
like
things,
not finishing your food, but it's never occurred to me to not finish dessert.
because if you buy something and you enjoy it, then it's worth it.
Yeah,
And the price that you spent on it doesn't matter.
right.
But if you buy something for the deal, then it matters.
Yeah.
So then
I don't
Don't-
know. That kind of blew
don't
my
buy
mind.
just don't do it. It's like when people buy expensive toys or expensive, well, whatever, I don't know, toy things. It's like you can buy a cheap version of the same thing, but if it brings you more joy to have the more expensive one,
I'm more realizing
it worth
like
it?
last night I ordered a drink at dinner
Yeah.
and I only drank half of it.
wow,
And that was shocking to
proud
me.
of you.
Thank you. And I was more concerned with like, I haven't been drinking a lot. I should only have half of this like at the beginning of dinner because I'm going to have to drive home in a few hours. And that was my thought process, which I think was very responsible of me. Usually I would have finished that drink.
I mean, somebody who's real tight about it would have said, you can't have any drinks.
Yes, I know. But I knew that we would talk for a few hours and be there for a while.
You could also run around the block a few times,
I could
do
have.
some push-ups, do some sit-ups.
No, I'm not allowed to do push-ups.
Do some sit-ups, do some more sit-ups.
Hey, if you have arthritis in your wrists and your doctor says, don't do push-ups,
You should probably listen to him.
don't do push-ups.
Yeah. Listen to the doctor that you paid to give you advice that they are specialized in.
Yeah. That's my advice. Hey, if you like this episode, let us know. Like it, love it, subscribe, comment. Please do comment. Let us know about our topic question.
Yeah. Do you like that we are more vague and just having conversations, or do you want us to be more poignant?
Poignant?
There's no
That's
T. There's not an extra T in there. I just thought it was fun. Poignant.
Poignant.
Mhm.
How is that spelled?
Very carefully. We'll see you on the next
Goodbye.
one.